Hi guys, I'm back. Today I'm going to read John 9 to 14, Proverbs 15, and Psalm 81. Let's get started. As he passed by, he saw a man blind from birth, and his disciples asked him, Rabbi, who sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? Jesus answered, it was not that this man sinned or his parents, that the works of God might be displayed in him. You must work the words of him who sent me while it is day, and while it is day, night is coming when no one can work. We saw the fire in the wall, and the light of the wall. Having said these things, he spit on the ground, made mud with his life. Then he anointed the man's eyes with oil and said to him, Go, wash in the pool of Siloam. He went and washed and came back seeing. Neighbors and those who had seen him before as a beggar were saying, Is this not the man who used to sit and beg? Some said, Is he? Others said, No, but he is like him. He kept saying, I am the man. So they said to him, How were your eyes open? He answered, The man called Jesus made light and anointed my eyes, and said to me, Go to Siloam and wash. So I went and washed and received my sight. He said to him, Where is he? He said, I do not know. They brought to the Pharisees the man who had formerly been blind. Now it was the Sabbath day when Jesus made mud and opened his eyes. The Pharisees again asked him how he had received his sight. And he said to them, He put mud on my eyes, and I washed and I see. Some of the Pharisees said, This man is not from God, for he does not keep the Sabbath. And others said, How can a man who is a sinner do such signs? And there was a division among them. So they said again to the blind man, What do you say, man, since he has opened your eyes? And he said, He is a prophet. But Jesus did not believe he had been blind, that he had been blind and had received his sight, until they called the parents of the man who had received his sight, and asked him, Is this your son who you say was born blind? And how then does he now see? The parents answered, We do. We know that this is our son, that he was born blind, and now he sees. We do not know. How do we know who opened his eyes? Ask him, he is of age. He will speak for himself. For his parents said, He is of age also. So for the second time they called the man who had been blind and said to him, Give glory to God. We know that this man is a sinner. He answered, Whether he is a sinner, I do not know. One thing I do know, that though I was blind, now I see. They said to him, How did you open your eyes? He answered, I have told you already, and you would not listen. Why do you want to hear it again? Do you also want to become his disciples? And they revealed no sin. You are his disciple, but we are disciples of Moses. We know that God spoke to Moses. As for this, we do not know where it comes from. And I answered, Why? This is an amazing thing. We do not know where it comes from. And yet hear me words. We know that God does not listen to sinners. If anyone is a worshiper of God and does his will, God listens to him. And ever since the world began, it had been heard that anyone opened the eyes of a man blind. If this man was not from God, he could do nothing. And they answered him, You were born and understand. Will you teach us? And they cast it out. He said that they cast it out, and found having found him, he said, Do you believe in the Son of Man? He answered, And who is he? Said that I may believe in him. Jesus said to him, You see no, and he is he who speaks to you. He said, Lord, I believe, and he worshipped him. And Jesus said, For judgment I came into this world, that those who do not see may see, and those who see may become blind. Some of the Pharisees knew him and heard these things, and said, Are we also blind? Jesus said to them, If you were blind, you would have no guilt. And now that you say, We see, your guilt remains. Truly, truly, I say to you, he does not enter the sheepfold by the door, but climbs in by another way. And a man is a thief and a robber, but he enters by the door as a shepherd of the sheep. Timon, the gatekeeper, opens. The sheep hear his voice, and he calls the sheep by name, and leads them out. When he has brought out also, he goes before them, and the sheep follow him, for they know his voice. A stranger they will not follow, and they will flee from him, for they do not know the voice of strangers. This figure of speech which he has used with them, but they did not understand what he was saying to them. So Jesus again said to them, Truly, truly, I say to you, and the door of the sheep already came before me are thieves and robbers. The sheep did not listen to him. I am the door. If anyone enters by me, he will be saved and will go in and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. The king that they may have life and have it abundantly. And the good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He who is hired here, not a shepherd, who does not own the sheep, sees the wolf coming, and leaves the sheep and flees. But then the wolf snatches them and scatters them. And he flees because he is hired here, and cares nothing for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my own, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father. And I lay down my life for the sheep. And I have other sheep that are not of his fold. We must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice. So now we one flock and one shepherd. For this reason the Father loves me. And Father was, because I laid down my life that I may take it up again. No one takes it from me, but I lay it down on my own accord. I have authority to lay it down, I have authority to take it up again. This charge I have received from my Father. It was against a division among the Jews because of these words. Many of them said, he is a demon. Others would say, why listen to him? Others said, these are not the words of one who is oppressed by a demon. Can a demon open the eyes of the blind? At the time the feast of dedication took place at Jerusalem. It was winter, and Jesus was walking in the temple, and the coronated Solomon. So the Jews gathered around him and said to him, how long will you keep us in suspense? If you are the Christ, tell us plainly. Jesus answered, I told you, and you do not believe. The works that I do in my Father's name bear witness about me. You do not believe because you are not among my sheep. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. I give them eternal life, and they will never perish. And no one will snatch them out of my hand. And the Father who has given them to me is greater than all, and no one is able to snatch them out of the Father's hand. I am the Father are one. And the Jews picked up stones against stones. Jesus answered, I have shown you many good works from the Father. Which are you going to stone me? And Jesus answered, it is not for a good work that we are going to stone you, but for blasphemy, because you being a man, make yourself God. Jesus answered, it is not written in your law. I said, you are gods. If we call them gods to whom the word of God came, the scripture cannot be broken. Do you say him who the Father consecrated and set into the world? You are blaspheming because I said, I am the Son of God. If I am not doing the works of my Father, then do not believe me. If I do that, even though you do not believe in me, you leave the works that you may know and understand that the Father is in me and I am in the Father. Again they sought to arrest him, but he escaped from their hands. And he went away again across the Jordan to the place where John had been baptizing at first, and there he remained. And he came to him, and they said, John did no sign. Everything that John said about this man was true, and many believed in him there. Now Son of Man was ill, Lazarus of Bethany, the village of Mary and her sister Martha. Now it was Mary who anointed the Lord with ointment and wiped his feet with her hair. His brother Lazarus was ill, so his sister said to him, saying, Lord, he whom you love is ill. And when Jesus heard what he said, this illness doesn't lead to death, but it is for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it. Now Jesus loved Martha and his sister and Lazarus. So when he heard that Lazarus was ill, he stayed 2 days longer in the place where he was. And after this he said to the disciples, let's go to Judea again. And the disciples said to him, the Jews were just now seeking to stone you. And how are you going there again? Jesus answered, are they not 12 hours in the day? If anyone walks in the day, he does not stumble, because he sees the light of the world. And if anyone walks in the night, he stumbles, because the light is not in him. After saying these things, he said to them, now friend Lazarus is fallen asleep. I go to awaken him. And his disciples said to him, Lord, if he is fallen asleep, he will recover. Now Jesus had spoken of his death, but they thought that he was meant taking rest and sleep. So Jesus told them, Lazarus has died, and for your sake I am glad that I was not here, so that you may believe. And let us go to him. So Thomas, called the twin, said to his fellow disciples, let us also go, that we may die with him. Now when Jesus came, he found that Lazarus had already been in the tomb 4 days. Bethany was near Jerusalem, about 2 miles off. And the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to console them concerning their brother. So when Martha heard that Jesus was come, she ran away and Mary remained seated in the house. Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. Even now I know that whatever you ask from God, God will give you. Jesus said to him, your brother will rise again. Martha said to him, I know that he will rise again in the resurrection on the last day. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes me, though he die, yet he shall he live. And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die. Do you believe this? She said to him, yes, Lord, I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, who is coming into the world. And he had said this, she went and called her sister Mary, saying, her right. The teachers heard her calling for him. And she heard, she rose quickly and went to him. And Jesus had already come into the village, and still in the place where Martha had met him. And the Jews who were within the house consoling her, saw Mary rise quickly and go. They followed her, supposing that she was going to the tomb to meet them. Now when Mary came to where Jesus was, and saw her, she fell at his feet, saying to him, Lord, if you had been here, my brother would not have died. And Jesus was weeping, and the Jews who come with her also weeping. Though he was deeply moved in spirit and greatly troubled. And he said, why have you laid him? And he said to him, Lord, can I see? And Jesus wept. So the Jews said, see how he loved him. Some of them said, could not he who opened the eyes of the blind man, the sick kept this man from dying? And Jesus, deeply moved again, came to the tomb. He also came, and the stone lay against it. Jesus said, take away the stone. And Martha, the sister of the dead man, said to him, Well, by this time they'll be about the floor. He has been dead 4 days. Jesus said to him, did I not tell you that if you believe you will see the glory of God? So they took away the stone, and Jesus lifted up his eyes and said, Father, I thank you that you have heard me, and you always hear me. You always hear me, but I said this on the account of the people standing around, that they may believe that you sent me. And he said these things, he cried with a loud voice. And as it was coming out, and a man who could die came out, his hands and feet bound with linen strips, and his face wrapped with a cloth. Jesus said to them, unbind him and let him go. And the Jews therefore who come with Mary, and see what he did, believed in him. And some of them went to the Pharisees and told them what Jesus had done. And the chief priests and the Pharisees and the council gathered the council and said, what are we to do? This man performs many signs, and if we let him go on like this, everyone will believe in him, and the Romans would come and take away both our place and our nation. But one of them, Caiaphas, who was high priest that year, said to them, you know nothing at all, nor do you understand it, that it is better for you that one man should die for the people, not that the whole nation should perish. He did not say this of his own accord, but being high priest that year, he promised that Jesus would die for the nation, and not for the nation, also, but to gather the nation. To gather the nation into one. The children of God who scattered abroad. So that day on, they made plans to put him to death. Jesus therefore no longer walked openly among the Jews. He went from there to the region near the wilderness, in a town called Ephraim, and there he stayed with the disciples. And the Passover of the Jews was at hand, and many went out from the country to Jerusalem before the Passover to purify themselves. And they were looking for Jesus to take them as they sit in the temple. But he think that he will not come out till the feast settled. Then the chief priests and the Pharisees had given orders, if anyone knew where he was, he should let them know, so that they might arrest him. 6 days before the Passover, Jesus therefore came to Bethany, where Lazarus was, who Jesus had raised from the dead. So he gave a dinner for him from there. Martha served, and Lazarus was one of those reclining him within the table. And he therefore took a pound of expensive ointment made from pure nard, and anointed the feet of Jesus, and wiped his feet with her hair. Lazarus filled with fragrance of perfume. But Judas Iscariot, one of his disciples, said, why was this not sold for 300 denarii and given to the poor? He said this not because he cared about the poor, but because he was a thief and having charge of the money bag, he used to help himself what was put into it. Jesus said, leave her alone so that she may keep her on the day of my burial. Well, the poor you always have with you, but you do not always have me. And a large crowd of the Jews learned that Jesus was there. They came not only on account of him, but to see Lazarus, who he had raised from the dead. So the chief priests made plans to put Lazarus to death as well. But because of the account of him, many of the Jews were going away and believing in Jesus. And the next day, the large crowd had come to the feast and heard that Jesus was going to Jerusalem. So they took branches of palm trees and went out to meet him, crying out, Hosanna, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord, even the King of Israel. And Jesus found a young donkey and sat on it. Just as it is written, fear not, John will do us. Behold, your king is coming, sitting on a donkey's colt. His disciples did not understand these things at first, but when Jesus was glorified, then they remembered that these things had been written about it and had been done to him. The crowd that had been with him when he called Lazarus out of the tomb and raised him from the dead continued to bear witness. The reason why the crowd went to meet him was that they heard that he had done this sign. So the Pharisees said to one another, you see that you are gaining nothing. Look, the water has gone after him. So now among the Jews, those who went up to worship at the feast were some Greeks. So these came to Philip, who was from Bethsaida in Galilee, and asked him, Sir, we wish to see Jesus. Philip went and told Andrew and Philip went and told Jesus. And Jesus answered, now has come for the Son of Man to be glorified. Truly, truly, I say to you, unless a grain of wheat falls into the earth and dies, it remains alive. But if it dies, it bears much fruit. Whoever loses his life loses it, and whoever hates his life in the world will keep it for eternal life. Whoever serves me, he must follow me. And where I am, there will my servant be also. And if anyone serves me, the Father will honor him. Now is my soul trouble him. What shall I say? What shall I say? Father, save me from this hour. And for this purpose I have come to this hour. Father, glorify him. And the voice came from heaven. I have glorified it, and I will glorify it again. The crowd that stood there and heard it said that it had thundered. Father said, an angel has spoken to him. Jesus answered, the voice has come from your saying, not mine. And is the judgment upon the earth. I will draw all people to myself. He said this to show by what kind of death he was going to die. So Christ said, "You heard from the Lord that the Christ remains forever." How could you say that the Son of Man must be lifted up? Who is the Son of Man? Son of Man. So Jesus said to the lion among you for a little while longer. Walk while you have the light, lest darkness overtakes you. The one who walks in the darkness does not know where he is going. Why has the light believe in the light? Why has the light believe in the light? Unless you may become sons of light. Sons of light. When Jesus said these things, he divided himself from the he had done many signs. So many signs before. He still did not believe him. So the words spoken by the prophets might be fulfilled. O Lord, who has believed that what you heard of us from us, and to whom the man's arm of the Lord has been revealed? And I thought they could not believe. But again, Isaiah said, He has blinded their eyes and hardened their heart. And they see with their eyes and understand with their heart and mind, and I will heal them. I will heal them. And Isaiah said these things because he saw the glory and spake of him. Because he saw the glory and spake glory and spake of him. Nevertheless, many even of the authorities believed him, and for fear of the Pharisees, they did not confess it, and they would not be put into the synagogue. They loved the glory that comes from man, the glory that comes from God. And Jesus cried out and said, Whoever believes in me believes not in me, but in him who sent me. And whoever sees me, he perceives him who sent me. And I have come into the waters, and whoever believes in me, may not remain in darkness. If I don't hear my words and does not keep them, I do not judge him, for I do not come to judge the world, but to save the world. The one who rejects me and does not receive my words, whereas a judge, the one that is making will judge him in the last day. For I have not spoken on my own authority, but by the Father who sent me has himself given me and a commandment what to say and what to speak. And I know that his commandment is eternal life. And I say, therefore, I say as the Father has told me, and before the feast of departed, and Jesus knew that I had gone to depart out of the world, and this was the Father, having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. During someone the devil had already put it into the heart of Jesus Iscariot, signs of the betrayal. Jesus knowing that the Father of all had given all things into his hands, and that he had come from God, and was going back to God, right from somewhere. He decided to come and taking it down, tied it around his waist, poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples around his waist. And he poured water into a basin and began to wash the disciples' feet, and to wipe them with the towel that was wrapped around him. And he came to Simon Peter, who said to him, Lord, do you wash my feet? He said, Am I doing or not? You shall not understand now, but after you will understand. He said to him, You shall never wash my feet. He said, Not if I do not wash you. If I do not wash you, you will never share with me. Simon Peter said to him, No, not only but my hands. And my head. Jesus said to him, The one who is bathed does not need of wash, except for his feet, and is completely clean. And you are clean. Not every one of you, for he knew who it was to betray. And that was why he said, Not all of you are clean. Not all of you are clean. And he washed their feet and put on the outer garment, and resumed his place. He said to them, You are right, do say for I am, the first of I am, and then your Lord and teacher, and for washing of the feet, you also ought to wash another's feet. But truly, for I have given you an example, that you also should do just like that. Truly, I say to you, a servant is not greater than another. The servant is not greater than his master, and nor is the messenger greater than the one who sent him. If you know these things, blessed are you if you do. Therefore, I am the one speaking of all of you. I know whom I have chosen. The scripture will be fulfilled. He ate my bread and is lifted up his heel against me. And I am telling you now, before it takes place. And whoever however, and that when it does take place, you will believe that I am he. Surely, truly, I say to you, whoever receives us, no one I send does not receive me. But whoever receives me receives the one who sent me. And after all saying these things, Jesus was troubled in his spirit and said, Truly, truly, I say to you, one of you will betray me. The disciples looked at one another and said, Of whom you say? One of his disciples. And the disciples laughed, and Jesus was recycling it too. Recycling it was reclining at table. Jesus said, Simon gave motion to him to ask Jesus of whom he was speaking. And that disciple leaning back against Jesus said to him, Lord, who is it? Jesus said, It is he whom I will give this morsel of bread when I am dispersed. Dipped it, so when he entered the morsel, she entered the sea. He gave it to Jesus, and I am dipped it. Jesus said, Is he who is grabbing? Is he to whom I will give this morsel of bread when I have dipped it? So when he had dipped the morsel, he gave it to Jesus, the son of Simon Iscariot. And after he had taken the morsel, Satan entered into it. She said to him, What are you going to do? Do quickly. And no one at the table knew why he was saying this. He said this to him. Simon thought that because Jesus had the money back, Jesus was telling him, Buy what we need for the feast, or we should give something to the poor. And after receiving the morsel back, he immediately went out, and there was none. And as he had gone out, Jesus said, Now is the Son of Man glorified, and God is glorified in him, and God is glorified in him. If God is glorified in him, God will also glorify in himself, and glorify him at once. Now shortly, yet a little while, I am with you, and you will see me, and just as I said to the Jews, so now I also say to you, where I am going, you cannot come, but new commandment I give to you, that you love one another, just as I loved you. If you are shall to love one another. Now all these people will know that you are disciples if you love one another. So he said to him, Lord, where are you going? Jesus answered him, Where I am going, you cannot follow me now. He will follow afterward. Peter said to him, Lord, why can I not follow you now? I will lay down my life for you. Jesus answered, Will you lay down your life for me? Truly, truly, I say to you, the rooster will not cry till you have denied me 3 times. Let not your hearts be troubled. Believe in God, believe I sent me. And in my Father's house there are many rooms. For not so, but I have told you that I go to prepare a place for you. When I go and prepare a place for you, and I will come again, I will take you to myself. And you may be as and I know the way, and you know the way to where I am going. And Thomas said to him, Lord, we do not know where you are going. How can we know the way? Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. If you had known me, you would have known my Father. So from now on, you do not know anything. See, if I said to you, Lord, show us the Father, it is enough for us. You said to him, I be with you so long, and you still do not know me, Phil. Whoever has seen me has seen the Father. Has seen the Father. Has seen the Father. How could you say, Show us the Father? Do you not believe that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me? What did I say to you? I do not speak on my own authority, and the Father who is exalt. And the Father who is in. And the Father is in me. And what else I say to you? Do not speak on my own authority. If the Father dwells in me, does his works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father is in me. For us believe on the account of the works nonetheless. Truly, truly, I say to you, whoever believes in me will also do the works that I do. And greater works than these will he do, because I am going to be the Father. And whatever you ask in my name, this I will do, the Father, and the Father may be glorified in the Son. If you ask me anything in my name, I'll do it. And if you love me, you will keep my commandments. And I'll ask the Father, and he will give you another helper to be with you forever, even the Spirit of truth, whom the world cannot receive. And because it neither sees him nor knows him, you know him, for he dwells with you and will be with you. And I will not leave you as orphans, I will come to you. Yet a little while, and the world will see me no more. And you will see me. Because I live, you also will live. And that day you will know that I am the Father, and you in me, and I in you. Whoever has my commandments and keeps them, he it is who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by my Father, and I will love him and manifest myself to him. Jesus said to him, Lord, how is it that you will manifest yourself to us, and not to the world? Jesus answered, if anyone loves me, he will keep my word, and my Father will love him, and he will come to him and make our home with him. Whoever does not love me does not keep my words. And the word that you hear is not mine, but my Father's who sent me. These things are said to you, for I am still with you. The help of the Holy Spirit, whom the Father will send in my name. He will teach you all things and bring to your remembrance all that I have given you. Peace I will leave with you, my peace I give to you. Not as the world I give to you. Do I give to you? Let not your hearts be troubled, neither let them be afraid. You heard me say to you, and I am going away, and I will come to you. And if you love me, you will rejoice, because I am going to the Father, for all the Father is greater than I. And I have told you before it takes place, so when it does take place, you may believe. I no longer talk much with you, for the ruler of this world is coming. He has no claim on me, but I do as the Father has commanded me, so that the world may know that I love the Father. Right, so let's go on from here. Proverbs 15. A soft answer turns away wrath, and a harsh word says, and the tongue of the wise commands not. If the mouth of fools boasts out follow, the eyes of the Lord are in every place. He will watch on the evil and the good. The gentle tongue is a tree of life, but from the lesson of sin it breaks the spirit. The fool despises his father's instruction, but whoever heeds reproof is spirit. And in the house of the righteous there is much treasure. The child befores the income of the wicked. The lips of the wise swear not, not so the hearts of fools. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord. The prayer of the upright is acceptable to him. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord. He loves him who pursues righteousness. There is severe discipline for him who forsakes the way. Whoever hates reproof will die. The soul and the battle are open before the Lord. How much more the hearts of the children of men? How much a scoffer does not like to be reproved. He will not go to the wise. A glad heart makes a cheerful face. And by sorrow of heart the spirit of Christ, the heart of him who is understanding seeks knowledge. And the mouth of fools feed on folly. All the days of the afflicted are evil. And the cheerful of heart is continual faith. And as the little with the fear of the Lord, and great treasure and trouble with it. And as the din of house with lovers, and the fat ox and hatred with it. A hot-tempered man says of strife, and he was slow of anger. Christ at to intention. The way of a sluggard is like a hedge of thorns, and the path of the outrage is a level path. The wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish man despises his mother. Fathers enjoy to him and lack sense, when a man with understanding walks straight ahead. Without counsel, plans fail. With many advices, they succeed. To make an apt answer is enjoyed to him, and a word sees how good it is. In a path of life leads outward for the prudent, and he may turn away from sharpness. The Lord tears down the house of the proud, and maintains the way of boundaries. The thoughts of the wicked are an abomination to the Lord. But whoever gracious words are poor, whoever is grief and discreet, troubles his own house, and the he who thrives will live. The heart of the righteous ponders how to answer, but the mouth of the wicked pulls out evil things. The Lord is far from the wicked, but he hears the prayer of the righteous. And the light of the eyes rejoices in the heart, good news refreshing the mind. The ear listens to life-giving reproof. Will be dwell among the wise. Whoever ignores instruction and despises himself. He who listens to reproof gains intelligence. Fear of the Lord is instruction and wisdom, and humility comes before honor. Psalm 81. Sing aloud to God our strength, shout for joy to the God of Jacob. Write songs, sound the tambourine, the sweet lyre with the harp. Her trumpet that you made the full moon on our feast day. And for his statue for Israel, rule of the God of Jacob. He made a decree in Joshua when he went over the land of Egypt. I hear a language I had not known. I relieved your shoulder of the bird. Your hands were free from the basket. In distress you called, and I delivered you. I answered you in the secret places of the test you at the waters of Meribah. Hear, people, why I admonish you. Israel, if you would but listen to me, there shall be no strange God among you. You shall not bow down to a fine God. I am the Lord your God, who brought you up out of the land of Egypt. Open your mouth wide, and I'll fill. My people did not listen to my voice. Israel would not submit to me, so I gave them over to their stubborn hearts to follow their own counsels. That my people would listen to me, and Israel would walk in my ways. I would soon subdue their enemies and turn my hand against their foes. And against their foes, those who hate the Lord would cringe toward it, and their fate would last forever. He would feed you with the finest of the wheat, and with honey the rock I was satisfying. From the rock I was satisfying. Now this done, I should now do the Lord's prayer. Raise thy hands, our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us the debts we owe, forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from the evil one. Give us the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Amen. See you tomorrow. Bye.